Hey guys, it's me. Um, here with DLLA, Season 4, Week 4 versus Purple Coffin Man. He's sitting 2-1. I'm sitting 3-1, 3-0. And yeah. So we're gonna try to pull out this W because Week 5 we face undefeated Mythlo, who's sitting 4-0, and obviously we'd like to go mutual undefeated and face him as a 4-0 component too because uh he's also in our division, so it really is just for division first place. If I lose this, then and I beat him, then still a chance. I just have to get decent differential and not lose too bad here. But yeah. So you see 6 he brought. He has some other things like Jolteon and Cineroar, Terrakion, Shaman, and Garbodor. I expected Jolteon because my ground type was Palosand, who's weak to Shadow Ball, so I figured Volt switching around was pretty free. And then Incineroar, I figured I wasn't sure on Incineroar, but like I don't know, Incineroar helped with like set up Mew depending. It helped with Whimsicott. I mean I couldn't defog on him. I don't does it block? I think I'm pretty sure it does, but I mean Incineroar matched up decently versus like Venomoth as well. Just Spadef sent, but uh, I didn't. I sort of expected Marowak because I knew Marowak was an option more so, and I didn't have the Scyther. I knew Scyther was an option too, but I didn't really expect Scyther too much. But I guess my flying resist is a bit limited. But I have an Avalog, which is sort of why I didn't expect it. But C6 I brought it's just Calm Mind Roost, Mew, Banded Scizor, Spadef, Whimsicott, mixed defensive Palosand, primarily physically defensive, Adamant Sharpedo, and then Life Orb Mahiliga with Foul Play. So, yeah. Lead preview. I figure. So I kind of expect Latios lead because Latios it's either Latios or Aegis lead. So I didn't, or obviously that's what I thought, but I didn't think he'd lead Scyther. But Scyther's fine too because I can just bullet punch or U turn or knock off or whatever I want to do really. Um, So I opt to actually go hard Palosan as he U-turns. I figured that he wouldn't want to take a bullet punch, and even if he did, I wouldn't kill him. I did not want to take a dual wing beat to the face. So I figured just going hard to my defensive Palosan will deal with this just fine. As he U-turns out, doesn't reveal anything. He just reveals that he's attack invested. So, yeah, he has to bring in Blastoise. I just go hard Whimsicott because I don't have a reason to stay in. I do have toxic on this, but I don't like. Wait, is this true? Um. Okay, but I just saw something. Anyway, um, there's no reason to predict it to stay in to toxic. It would be nice, but it's not necessary. Uh, as it is 13, nothing. Scyther comes in as I Stun Spore and I miss. I knew Scyther was coming in. I really wanted that Stun Spore off, and it would have been helpful a lot. Because it meant if this thing was Choice Scarf, then it would not be able to be Choice Scarf. If it was paralyzed, then uh, it would also be slower than like Scizor, and I could just get a knockoff off. It'd be slower than Mew. Nihilego would outspeed it. So there's a lot of factors. So it would have been amazing to get the pair off on this Scyther. But unfortunately, I don't. I miss. Here I go my hard Payless and again, no reason to predict. As he do wing beat misses, doesn't really matter. I could just slack it off, but as I toxic on the Blastoise and miss, so a lot of stuff's happening right now. It's more so in my favor because my in his favor I mean, because toxic missing meant that Shark wasn't quite as good if it was defensive Blastoise, which 100% it will be. Dual wing would have done crap, so like I would have toxic anyway. Sunspore missing obviously was huge too because I needed that off. But I think it was Marowak, and I just toxic again because I didn't think he'd uh, Scald again. I figured he would double, but I didn't know what he doubled to. But Aegis would be like worst case scenario there. But as I just toxic on the Marowak, as he fire punches predicting Whimsicott to come in, I just slack off here because he can't kill me or it's a roll in my favor to live, as I lived on 1%. But Show up here as I go hard Whimsicott on the Bonemerang. Gets a crit there. That's also a bit annoying because it means pivoting in on this is slightly harder. But this is also Spadef for Latios, so suddenly I'd hardly check that mind, but this does force him out here as he goes Togekiss. I do expect Togekiss, but there's no reason for me not to Moonblast. As it is 16, doesn't do crap, but here I just go hard Mew because there's no, like, I'm calling mine, so, and I knew he was defensive already, so as he wishes up, I just hard Ice Beam because there's, I mean, just find out a bit more about his spread, and it wouldn't allow like a hard Scyther, I wouldn't allow a hard Latios, but as he comes in, I actually forgot about that turn. I did not realize that he took Stealth Rock. Like, I saw it then, but, like, it matters later because, you know, uh, stuff. But anyway, here I know I can take the U-turn just fine. I can just roost it off as he goes Hard Blastoise. Hard Blastoise doesn't really matter, but again, I just roost off and see what I want to do. As I go Hard Pillow, and predicting the spin as he scalds and knocks me out. I knew Scald was like an 18.3% chance to kill me anyway, but of course he got the roll. So that's frustrating too, because even Pillows at 0% would still beat that thing. Because, or they wouldn't beat it, but even Pillows at 1%, it would still be able to spin block. And that's what I needed it for. And, well, now it's gone. But anyway, I just go Scizor here, because, okay, so my thought process here is I needed damage off on this Blastoise, right? So, for Sharpedo, because Sharpedo was my late game 100%. And if I went Whimsicott, he was swapping out. If I went Nihilego, he was swapping out. Mew couldn't do anything, and Shark obviously was not my play. And Scizor, the thing was, I knew I would not do much to him, but I would do enough to where I could 2 KO him with Shark later. So, with U-turn, obviously. And if he opted to swap, then I would get initiative. So, I know Scizor's U-turn not going to do much, but I just need a chip. So, as he stays in, obviously, and I just go Whimsicott. Because now I got the damage off that I wanted. So, as he spins, doesn't really matter. Here, I just go for the Stun Spore Moonblast. I Leech Seed on swap. Just because I want to health back on my Whimsicott, because it's getting low. And I'm back at 63. And here I have to start playing around this Aegislash, which is hard to do for me. My team doesn't deal with Aegislash very well. Like, I thought about running Spadef Scizor, but he was Specs, and he literally still 2 KO'd me, so... As he goes for the Shadow Ball, that reveals he's not Specs, but... And we've had the leftover, so... But anyway, I go for the knockoff. I get -1. I still want to knock off this thing, because, like... Because it's still a bit annoying for, like, Whimsicott, because Whimsicott can kind of beat him later on, especially... Like, I don't have rocks, but... Whimsicott beats that, and it beats this. So, it doesn't beat these 3, but, I mean, Togekiss is at 36, so it's pretty low. But, yeah. I just Shadow Balls again, knocks me out. Aegislash is down to 18, though, which is cool. I just go Mew, because I have Earth Power, so I opted to Calm Mind here, because I knew Shadow Ball wasn't going to do too much. I would get the Leech Seed back, and I could just kill him afterwards. So, I was just going to Calm Mind, because it basically, afterwards, it matched up better versus Latios, Togekiss, and this, so, at Blastoise, so, and I still killed that. It was only Scyther, but U-turn was your way to hit me, so, I think it's a Spadef drop, of course, you know, forcing me to Ice Beam. Again, just continuously hexing me, but it's cool. It's not going too well, it's not, but... Scyther comes in, knocks me out with the Bug Bite. I didn't expect the Bug Bite, I just expected a U-turn, so I roosted there, and I died, because I lost my Mew. At this point, it's almost a wrap, but, again, Shark can do it, I think, maybe. I don't know. Nihilego comes in. I knew Marowak was coming in, but, again, Marowak's dying anyway, so I just Power Gem, doesn't matter. The Whimsicott comes in on the Latios as he quakes, doesn't matter. He goes hard Togekiss. I Moonblast because I figured I'd do a KO because I forgot the damage earlier, but it don't. So I just go hard Nihilego because it covers really anything. It does not allow a Wish Pass into anything, which I was worried about Blastoise getting the Wish Pass. So if you went hard Blastoise, then you were taking a Sludge Wave to the face, and you're physically defensive. So basically, something had to take a Sludge Wave or Power Gem, which I just opted Sludge Wave because it hit everything for better, but. And then knocks out Togekiss, so Nihilego putting in the work as it always does. As he goes to Latios, I don't want him clicking. I don't want him doubling into Scyther here or anything, so I just attack. as he side shocks, knocks me out. I didn't want him to predict Whimsicott or double, so I figured this was safest play. And I knew Sharpedo after a protect. Yeah. So I knew after protect, I still knocked him out at plus or with the strong jaw. So, and even if he hard anything, like the worst case scenario would be hard Blastoise, which might have won them game, but I don't know. As he quakes, I know +1 Sharpedo is gonna knock him out. I accounted for Scarf Scyther, but the problem was that I thought he swapped up earlier. Like, I thought he had swapped up his moves earlier, so I thought I had counted for Scarf, and I thought he was heavy duty boots because I didn't see the rocks damage. I played this match relatively poorly, to be honest. I think my biggest problem in draft is I get very tilted if I get hexed, and I started getting lucked, and suddenly I wasn't playing that well. But I sort of gathered myself back and with the Nihilego, but just because Nihilego is like my favorite mon right now, but whatever. I then knock out the Latios. Scyther comes in, or Blastoise comes in. As I crunch, just 48. I thought he'd be counter or body press, but I didn't even counter for body press, but I did account. I counted for counter. So, but the thing with counter was I calced and ran some counts, and I knew I would guarantee live the counter anyway, so I knew it was fine. I just double crunch. If I was max speed, it would be a speed type, but I'm not. I'm adamant. As he brings in the Scyther, and he do wing beat misses. And I go him. So I got lucky the last turn of the game. But my thing is that this Scyther would have been paralyzed literally turn 3 if I had not got lucked. And so he's being all salty about it. Okay, whatever. I'll fix that. But where's DLLA? Right here. Replays. Right here. They're all he's reacting with salt and hacks and literally like all these things. But my thing is, or I guess he didn't react with that. He just reacted with saying hacks, but he was being salty about it in chat. When I think he was completely ignoring the fact that Stunspore and the Scyther meant you could not beat Blastoise. You legitimately could not beat Blastoise. Not Blastoise. Sharpedo. It killed that. It killed that. This forced in Scyther, therefore, this was not going to stay healthy. There was no way for it to stay healthy. There was no way for these two to stay healthy, and I think you needed 2 pieces for it to stay healthy, to beat the Sharpedo. So, and you could not keep these two healthy because Scizor, if Scizor forced 10 Aegislash really to take damage, and even it forced Whimsicott forced it in Leech Seed stuff, so there was no way Aegislash was staying healthy here. Blastoise was more arguable, but again, you needed it for Scizor too. So I just knew I needed to chip on some Blastoise. I could 2 KO. I didn't care about actually OHKOing it with the Crunch. I didn't need to. I knew I lived anything. So though the final turn was big, if this match had not been Haxie in his favor already, it wouldn't have mattered. Also, you choked by not going for Bug Bite. He had no reason not to Bug Bite. Because Whimsicott couldn't knock him out. The only way I could win at that point was if I got Stun Spore paired multiple times on him. So, you know, I must say that though the miss sucked and cost him the game, it was almost deserved. But anyway, we move into week 5, 4-0, facing Mythlo, who's 4-0. It's for division, so it was for division first seed. So, but yeah, and I will see you guys with the match versus Mythlo. Hopefully it'll be a good one. Yeah.